Hey everybody, welcome into Love Goddess Tarot. Today's pick a card love reading is going to focus on messages for you about your next boyfriend. So you have 4 piles to choose from, or 4 cards. I am using the animal spirit deck today. So take a moment, see which animal is calling to you. We have the mystical dragon for group 1, the tarantula for group 2, the dragonfly for group 3, and the horse for group 4. As always, trust your intuition, and if you can't decide, you can listen to as many piles as you'd like. These are general readings, so take what works, leave the rest behind. If you're interested in a private reading, all those links are below. Let's get started. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll see you in a minute. Hi, number 1. The dragon is really a message about getting to the essence of who you are, of really that sort of inner soul, you know, like when you look into someone's eyes, when you see beyond the exterior, it's that place of really knowing who you are, okay? And I just love the dragon message because it's such an empowering one. It's about really connecting with your true self. So it'll be interesting to see what messages come through today about your next boyfriend. I am going to be using the Crystal Visions deck today. I'm going to pull you some oracle messages from the Teacup Love Oracle, which is my deck, and we're going to go from there. So let's get started. What do we have for number 1? It's hard to not, there's a couple of dragon things in the news lately. It's hard not to think of that. 2 of Cups reversed. Funny that came through about a famous singer and a big lawsuit. That's all I'm going to say. But also Game of Thrones obviously comes to mind. If you ever watched that show, you know what I'm talking about. Ooh, okay. So we have a couple of reversals here. It shows, again, a connection to the dragon card because we're looking at energies that are turned within. So this is really about getting to the center of who you are, getting maybe back to who you are. Maybe you've been through some difficult things. Yeah. And look at that, all reversed. Okay. Very, very interesting way to start today. You've got 2 major arcana here, the Strength card and Judgment, showing major chapters. So this reading is really turning out to be something of it feels like there's some stuff that you need to take care of in your own self and in your own life. So let's get started. We're starting with the 2 of Cups reversed. And as you can see, the 2 of Cups is this beautiful energy of a couple. They're sharing, they're emotionally connected. They are, you know, great partners. It feels like a very positive love energy here. When it's reversed, the 2 of Cups can signify an attachment, something maybe other than a real connection, right? So if you are in a connection, or if you've been in a relationship, that the energy is really not flowing right, or the communication is broken down, or maybe this is a no contact situation. So it's about getting back to those connections that really, really hit. But in order to do that, in order to have this upright, you have to really kind of connect with yourself first, okay? So I feel like there's been some sort of a disconnect. It can also mean that you went through a breakup, okay? Someone who you thought was a really good partner, someone who was maybe even a good friend. There was some sort of disconnect between the 2 of you. Okay, so then we move on to Strength, and I'm just going to turn it around for you. Strength is connected to the sign Leo. It's the 8th card in the tarot, and it really talks about just that. It talks about strength, but it also talks about physical strength, but also like balance in a relationship. okay? So when it's reversed, it can have sort of like those fear energies around it, or something that you're avoiding, or some connection that is overpowering you. But let's keep moving. This is really becoming kind of a story here. Then we have Judgment, okay? And Judgment is really about a fresh start and a new beginning, but it is reversed. So there's some, again, almost some sort of block here in all of this energy. And when Judgment is reversed, it's showing sort of a repeated cycle that is an old lesson that you need to move on from. So there's some sort of doubt maybe within you, or a fear that something isn't going to work out, or judgment of yourself or others. So what I think is that you have some work to do yourself in releasing this fear that you have, or this judgment that you have because of maybe this past relationship. So it could be that you've never had that connection and you feel like you never will, and you're kind of telling yourself that. It can be that you keep getting into similar relationship patterns and there's some sort of imbalance in the relationship, and you are either judging yourself or someone else for this. And finally, with the Four of Cups reversed, okay? The Four of Cups, you can see that she is looking at one of those, she's not really seeing what's right in front of her. She's kind of gazing off at the things that she can't have, okay? Which is always kind of an interesting message. And a lot of times, the Four of Cups can show that there is an opportunity around you, but you might be missing it because you're focused on other things. You're not seeing what's right in front of you. See those three in the background there? So I feel like this message today is really saying, don't isolate yourself, okay? Don't block off, don't block yourself off from opportunities because of the past, okay? I think that the message of the dragon, and you know what? I'm gonna read it to you from the guidebook. Let me get the guidebook. Where is it? Hold on. So the message of the dragon is that it's seeing one's most true self and balancing the ego. Okay, so we do have a message of balance here, both with the Two of Cups and the Strength card. The dragon sees everything. Its essence has been with us since before our first breath and will be there at our last. It watches us navigate the external world as well as our inner world. When dragon energy is awakened, we are courageous, which is you being courageous here, the Strength card turned around, visionary, and can easily drop into witness consciousness. It's almost as if we are traveling with a great friend inside of ourselves. When we look in the mirror deep into our eyes, we may even glimpse the self behind the self, the one who is watching us. This is the power of the dragon, breathing transformative fire into every cell of our bodies, right? So this is about you letting the dragon guide you, right? So it's about going for the ride. It's about seeing beauty everywhere. It's about seeing the beauty within yourself. So I think there's coming up for you this transformation, and this connects to this new energy, this partnership energy, which is really going to turn around whatever this stuck feeling has been. So this is an encouragement. The fact that you chose the dragon shows that even if this has been your experience, you are ready to kind of go past all that. Go past it. Move on from these difficult cycles. Release this past experience, okay? Definitely a time of release. Now, let's see what's coming in for you. Now that we've gotten that message, which was intense. We have, for number one, taking a break. There's a work connection here for love, and it can happen in a break room, at lunch, after work. at a happy hour. There's something about a connection to work here. Love takes time. This is definitely something that is going to evolve over time. It could be that Two of Cups energy that wants to come back in a really positive way. New beginning. Beautiful. Now, isn't that funny? Because you have kind of the future, the things that are coming through in this, you know, next person are really reflecting the stuff that's changing, right? So you're going to that new beginning. You're getting that balance. Things take time. Okay, I love it. So what we have so far is, and look at the bottom of the deck. Oh, sharing. And that's two. And that reminds me of the Two of Cups. It's literally two birds on a cup. Oh my gosh. Okay. So yeah, I am feeling the energy of, a friend, possibly somebody at work. This is something that is going to evolve over time. It's a fresh start for you. It's a new beginning. And look at this. It's a fresh start for both of you. But I really feel this beautiful energy of the Two of Cups here, that friend, that partner, somebody who really gets you. There is a lot of water, so I am feeling Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. You also had the Four of Cups, which can indicate somebody who's nearby or in your environment. And I think this is really confirming it. Okay, let's pull one more. Let's get any sort of advice, warnings, blessings, blocks, anything you need to know today. Before we move on, I'm going to roll the Aster dice. Page of Swords reversed. Okay. So what you want to watch out for here is some sort of blocks in communication. So this could be you feeling like unsure about, you know, speaking up, letting this person know how you feel. You just want to be careful of your words, but also this is more about releasing that fear of what other people think. Okay. So I want you to just really be open, trust that inner dragon, and be open to, you know, taking the ride, taking the journey, right? Not letting all of these fears or past connections sort of get in the way of this new one, because I definitely see this person as somebody who you could work with. You could also meet them while you're taking a break from work. This is something that evolves over time. And, you know, you could even just have your first date at a coffee shop. I mean, it's just so interesting that we see so much. Now, obviously, this is the teacup oracle. But for me, the focus really here is on that Two of Cups. Okay. So water sign energy, or just a person who really connects with you on a friend level first, on an emotional level. Okay, there you go. Neptune. Neptune rules Pisces and Scorpio. So two water signs. The 9th house is foreign people, places, and things. It also connects with education, travel, philosophy, big thinking. And you also have Aries energy here, which is about taking action. And what I love about these two messages are they're both fire. The 9th house is Sagittarius in astrology, and Aries energy is, which is fire, and Aries energy is fire. And that dragon breathes fire. So there's something about taking action. Maybe you're going to take a course. Maybe you're going to take a class in something you're interested in, or study something. Maybe you're going to take a trip to a foreign country. There's something about you embracing that that dragon energy of movement, because think about it, dragons fly and they shoot fire, and so it's like lifting up out of this stuck energy by embracing some sort of travel, some sort of exploration, study, something like that. And it is interesting because you have taking a break, and there's like magazines and a watch here. So that could also be kind of connected to studying of some sort. Okay, that's your reading for today. I hope you enjoyed it. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Hit that subscribe button. It's free, it's easy, it really helps. If you want a reading, or if you want the Love Asteroid report that I do, go ahead and check the links below. I am sending you so much love, and I'll see you very soon. Hey, number 2, you chose the tarantula, and the tarantula, although it looks scary, is really more about taking a pause, waiting, being at a crossroads, some sort of decision that is coming up, or crossroads in your life. So we'll read about the tarantula later, but first I'm going to pull you some cards from the Crystal Visions deck, and we're going to see what comes through about this next boyfriend. Ooh, there's some sort of ending connected to this decision. So it's maybe deciding to end something, deciding to move on from a situation. This is definitely about a choice coming up and some sort of chapter coming to a close. Wow, with movement and change, yes, we have the Chariot. This is exciting. Okay, so you're kind of taking a pause, you're having this change, this transformation, this ending, and then you're moving forward. Okay, so, it's interesting because I was going to say bottom of the deck is the Hermit, but bottom of the deck is Knight of Pentacles, but same kind of energy. Okay, so let's take a look. It's interesting because you have a lot of horses, okay? You have the Chariot with 2 horses here. You have the 10 of Wands with a horse, and you have the Knight of Pentacles with a horse. And horses are connected to movement, right? To independence. So I feel like there's something about you moving on from some situation. But let's start with death. And I know that's like it's not like the most positive thing to see. However, tarot readers are not afraid of this card because it's really about the transformation. It's about an ending that needs to happen, right? So you see all the butterflies here. It's more about the transformation. So it's like the end of an era, the start of something new, new beginnings, new projects. But first we have to have the ending. So this is really saying that something familiar, something that you've grown used to, is coming to an end. The beauty is coming from the transformation here. Okay, it's not an ending, it's a new beginning. So I feel like there's some sort of decision coming about an ending for you that leads you in a new direction, which is so exciting because you're going from that to the Chariot. So you have Scorpio energy here and Cancer energy here. The Chariot. This is a new direction, a major life change. The Chariot is taking you in a new direction, and the Wand is in, like the reins are in your hand. You're in charge, okay? It's your decision, and it's maybe been a hard decision, but it's a decision you need to make, okay? So I see you moving in a new direction. Something's coming to an end, whether it's a job or relationship where you're living, something major is coming to an end. Okay, we also have another ending message with the 10 of Wands. You're finishing up major cycles here because 10s are all about endings and new beginnings. So with the 10 of Wands, this has been a long, maybe difficult journey. You see this person is going up the hill. The horse is going slow. They feel burdened. This is you carrying a lot of weight. This is you having a lot of stuff going on in your life. Maybe a little bit of burnout. Okay, so you have to focus on what's most important and find some sort of balance. Okay, because what I see coming in for you in terms of love is a relationship that may have taken a long time to get here. The Knight of Pentacles is riding a horse, but he's not going fast. The Chariot's going fast, which is you making this change once you make the final decision. but the person coming in takes a little bit of time. Okay, so this is someone who's a little bit more introspective. This is Virgo energy. This is someone who's wise, somebody who may have spent some time alone and not in a relationship, or they take a long time to kind of step into relationships. This is Earth energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, with Virgo being highlighted. The Knight of Pentacles has to make sure that everything is lined up before they get involved. Okay, so I see them getting involved after this big shift for you. Okay, let's see what else we have for number 2. And then I'm going to read to you from the tarantula message once we get all of this. Protection. Ooh, I love that. I love that image because it's like, is it you're being protected? Is it you protecting yourself, your heart? We're gonna see. Comforting. Oh, so this is the energy of the person coming in. Very comforting, almost familiar. Okay, so that's also bringing me towards that Virgo energy. Okay, let me just move this a little bit. Yeah, there's something familiar. There's something comforting about this person. There's this sense of being protected. There's this warmth about them. You even have the little sugar cubes here. There's sweetness. This feels to me like, you know, your grandmother's china or something from your family. So I feel like you have similar values. They are someone who is sort of traditional. There's just something very comforting about their energy, and it's probably because they are someone that takes their time, and for you that really feels good. Okay, lots of feelings. This is definitely someone who is going to fill you up. Like, this is a full picture. This is like, wow, I can't believe how I feel. I feel like there's also a message here about melting your heart. Fancy date. And look at this. Isn't this so pretty? Because both of these have that sort of really beautiful, sort of old-fashioned china. Okay, so this person's coming through also as somebody who appreciates nice things. I'm definitely getting a very strong Taurus energy, whether it's a Taurus moon or a Taurus sun. This person, Venus in Taurus, this person loves good food. They love nice things. They take you to expensive places. This is definitely someone who is just loves those creature comforts. Could be a Capricorn, could be a Taurus, could be a Virgo, because it did come through with the Hermit. There's some wisdom there. But for me, what's really coming through is that Taurus energy. Okay, let's roll the Aster dice and see what other message. Oh, before we do the Aster dice, I wanted to read to you from your tarantula message from the guidebook. And look what it opened right to. How funny. At a crossroads, claiming life's purpose. The tarantula represents a moment when a great decision must be made. It involves prioritizing your life's deeper purpose. A habit or routine from the past is sidetracking you from your dream. Yet a voice inside keeps begging you to refocus your attention. In order to find true happiness, you must choose this. Until you do, satisfaction will be fleeting. The tarantula hovers patient and calm like an old friend that knows your inner soul. It already knows you'll choose wisely. Okay, so you know. And when it's in balance, you follow your intuition. When it's out of balance, you hesitate, okay? So the recommendation here is daily journaling. And this is you not hesitating, okay? Once you make that choice, things really accelerate for you. Okay, you know what? I'm going to pull one more and see if there's any advice before we roll the Astro dice. Any advice for number 2? Any blocks or blessings you need to know about? Ooh, 5 of Swords. There you go. This is about knowing when to walk away, okay? And with the Death card here and then the Chariot, this is you not going back for more. This is knowing when it's over and when to move on. So this is another confirmation of an ending that needs to happen and a choice you need to make about this and moving on from it, okay? Now let's see what the astrology is. Anything else? Okay, we have Saturn. Saturn's about hard work. It's also connected to the sign Capricorn. It brings delays, but it also rewards hard work. So there could be, like I said, some slow moving energy here for the Knight of Pentacles. There could be some connection to 7, 14, 28, 7-year cycles, okay? Capricorn and Aquarius in traditional astrology are ruled by Saturn, and we have Aquarius here. Aquarius is connected to the star in the tarot, which is the sign of healing. It's card of healing. It's also connected to groups, to friends, to networks, to communities, okay? So there could be some sort of connection here to friends and groups. And we have the 3rd house. The 3rd house is Gemini's house. It's about communication. It's about your local environment, your siblings, your neighborhood. Okay, so all of those themes could be coming through for you as well. There you go. That's your reading. Hit subscribe before you leave if you haven't. Like this video, write your comments below, say hi to me, let me know what you thought of today's reading. And if you want a private reading, if you have a love question, go ahead and use one of the links below to get a 3-card or 6-card reading. I also am offering a Love Asteroid report for the month of June, which dives into your natal birth chart and talks about the love asteroids that are there, which gives so much information about your love life. So check all that out. I am sending you lots of love, and I'll see you back here really soon. Take care. Hi, number 3. You chose the dragonfly today, and the dragonfly is a air sign message. It's about communication. It's about the mind. It's about focus. But we'll look more at that when I read to you from the guidebook about those messages specifically. But first, where I'm going to start is pull you some cards from the tarot, and today I'm using the Crystal Visions tarot. Oh, okay, Queen of Cups, you came right through. Let's see what's coming. Wow, your cards are popping. 7 of Wands. Wow, okay, these kind of came out together, so let's keep them together. I can barely get a shuffle in here. Those definitely wanted to come out. And the Fool reversed. Okay, interesting. Let's take a look. So I feel like you popped out as the Queen of Cups, okay? The Queen of Cups is this very nurturing, sympathetic, kind person who is looking for an emotional connection. Okay, she's connected to water sign energy, which is Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio in the zodiac. Doesn't mean that you have to be one of those signs. It's just what that cup energy and that water energy is connected to. You can see here, she seems like she's very much lost in thought. Okay, she's got herself sitting on a rock, but she's got her feet in the water. So she's balanced. She's balanced in her emotions. But there is something in this deck which really gives me this, she's got this pull. She got a pull towards that water that's very, very strong. Okay, but something's holding her back. And then we move on to that Seven of Wands. And as you can see, the Seven of Wands, this guy's on his dragon and he's got his shield up and he's fighting those wands. But he's ready, right? He's ready for what's coming, but he's still defending something. Okay, so he's defending something. It's interesting, you have two sevens here. You have the Seven of Wands and the Seven of Swords came through with that Eight of Wands. So there's a bit of a, there's some sort of reluctance here. And it comes from a place of fear around being lied to, deceived. So what I feel like is this energy that wants to move ahead. Look at that Eight of Wands. It's like charging horses. Yes, let's go, right? But there's a bit of defense that has to be dealt with. So I feel like coming up with this person and this connection, your feelings might be a little bit kind of all over the place. I feel like you're gonna have a tough time with this one, and normally you're very sort of composed, but this connection has you all over the place. There's something about being afraid of making a fool of yourself or taking some sort of chance, okay? So I don't know what it is about this person, but there's definitely this feeling of you protecting yourself in some way or being hesitant to jump in. I just see her sitting on that rock and I feel like she really wants to go for it, but something's sort of holding her back a little bit. I just feel like there's definitely growth coming up in this connection. You are going to probably come across some people in your life who maybe don't really get this connection or like it. I just think that you have to just stay focused, which is interesting because I think that's one of the big messages of the dragonfly, because there's something about maybe outside forces, maybe a past connection, maybe somebody who was a liar in the past or somebody who's around you now, that you just have to be mindful of, okay? Because that Fool is wanting to rush in, wanting to go for it, wanting to take a leap of faith, but there's something holding it back. And that's definitely the energy I feel. But let's see what this person is bringing in. I'm going to use the Teacup Love Oracle. Divine timing. Yes, there is definitely divine timing at play here, okay? There's something about your need to wait, or that there's something that has to line up here. Oh, another card jumping out for you. Oh, it's twin flame energy. That makes sense. Okay. Twin flame energy is the kind of energy that I was picking up on with this queen. I don't always feel it with queens. I felt it with her today, where there's a hesitancy, even though your both feet are in the water. You really want this, but it's like there's something about not wanting to move ahead because of the past or because of fears of someone lying or being deceptive. And it could be that this is a past life connection where this person did those things. And I always say, if it's hysterical, it's historical. So, you know, if you have these feelings where you're like, oh, I really like this person, but I'm being defensive and I'm not jumping in. And it could be because, you know, with that twin flame energy, it's like two halves of a soul. It's like they have the other part that maybe you're not comfortable expressing, right? So there's something about this being a very karmic connection with the divine timing message here. There's a lot of passion. We have the red in the cup and the red in the clock. We have the wand energy and the fire coming at you. We have the fire wanting to go forward. And then we have those swords trying to cut it down, okay? And that's the mind. The swords are the mind trying to cut it down, okay? So that goes back to the dragonfly message. We're going to read that, so we will see. Let's pull you another one. That's really interesting. These wanted to come out together. Options and finances. Ooh, interesting. Lots of choices here. Lots of options. Money, wealth. Maybe you've dealt with someone in the past who took advantage of you financially, so you like to keep your options open. You don't like to really fully commit or dive in. I'm definitely getting reluctance on your part with this person. Let's see what the final card is. The advice for you about this connection, or any sort of blocks and blessings that you need to know about when it comes to this connection. What do you need to know? Number 3. Ooh, look at this. Yeah, this is an air sign coming through. The King of Swords. 7 of Swords reversed. Yeah. Wow. There's your air sign. The King. There's the swords. There's the fear. There's the mind. Okay, so this is an air sign energy. Libra, Aquarius, Gemini, mostly connected to Aquarius energy. This person is someone who's very direct, somebody who isn't as warm and fuzzy as in you. So that also plays into the idea that the Queen of Cups has the one half of this connection, that twin flame energy, and the King has the other. So this is a very grounded person, very direct. The message or the advice here is to be honest, to speak your truth, okay? When you have these fears, speak up, okay? It's really, really important. Now, amazing. Let's read the dragonfly message, which, as I mentioned, is air energy. Obviously, dragonfly flies in the air. The dragonfly is the master of illusion and the mind. The dragonfly is an ancient and ethereal creature that awakens a sense of wonder and awe. The dragonfly is a symbol of the mind, as it is always moving, shifting, shimmering, and changing. When the dragonfly card appears, it's worth considering the quality of your mind and perception. Are they restless or still, dreamlike or crystal clear? The situation at hand may be different than it appears at first glance. The dragonfly reminds us to calm our mind so the light of wisdom can shine through. When it's in balance, you see clearly, you're joyful, and you're magical. And when it's out of balance, you can't concentrate and your mind is busy. So the recommendation here is to focus on your breath. Now, here's what I want to say about this, just so we're clear. If you meet someone and you're like, oh my gosh, this person sounds just like this reading I had from Maureen on Love Goddess Tarot, here's what I want you to think about. If you feel like this person's up to no good, they might not be. And if you are charging ahead, but people around you are saying they are, they might be. So what I want you to do is to really, really focus. I know this is kind of confusing, but because that 7 of Swords came through reversed with the 8 of Wands and the Fool reversed, that's where that confusing energy is coming in. Now, like I said, it's going to be different for different people, okay? But when the 7 of Swords is reversed, it's like you doubting yourself, or you not wanting to speak up. And he came through upright. So I don't feel like he's doing bad things. I think this 7 of Swords is more about you having your own secrets or your own things that are weighing you down, you being defensive. But you know, you just want to sort through it. Take the time. Trust yourself. Don't listen to other people. Listen to yourself, okay? That's all. You know, don't take unnecessary risks. Be honest. Speak your truth. You know, like I said, trust yourself above other people, for sure. He's coming through upright, you're coming through upright. This is a king and queen energy. You're both at the same level. So I think it might be worth exploring. I think some of the fears and anxieties could be connected to this twin flame energy, or past life, or past stuff that happened to you that, you know, or them, that's interfering in some way. So you just want to focus. You want to trust your intuition. You're the Queen of Cups. Don't doubt yourself. Don't doubt yourself. Whether it's because of this person or your friends, don't doubt yourself. Mars, 7th house, Capricorn. Okay, so Capricorn is sort of a mature, older energy, somebody who's corporate, somebody who's successful. This can be a work connection. The seventh house is about marriage, so there's a commitment energy here. Mars is that aggression. It's connected to Aries. It can also be about that movement, the Eight of Wands. So listen, here's what I'm going to say. Like, if you feel like, oh, I'm going to pick up my life and move in with this person, take your time. I mean, you've got options. Don't just jump at that. You know, with the Fool reverse, you don't want to take any unnecessary risks. You want to find that balance between letting fear dictate things, but also between being reckless. Okay, so this is about you finding that balance. There could be some money piece here. Let's not forget that finance card came through. So maybe that's where you want to check things out. That's your reading. I'm so happy you stopped by. Please hit subscribe before you leave, the like button, and write your comments below. If you'd like a private reading, use the links in the description box. And I'm also offering an asteroid report, a love asteroid report, where I take your birthday, time, and place and look at your specific love asteroids, where they were when you were born and what it means for you and your love life. So really, really exciting. You can get that below. You can also get a partner reading if you have someone you're interested in, and look at both of your asteroids in love and see how you're going to work out or what the problems and pitfalls are. So that's your reading. Have a good one. Hi, number 4, you chose the horse, and the horse is one of my absolute favorite cards in the deck. And the horse represents you being someone who can take care of yourself, who can carry yourself wherever you need to go. It's about freedom, but it's also about being strong and being independent, okay? I'm going to read to you from the guidebook about the horse message after your reading, so we can kind of get a wrap up here. But first, what I'm going to do is give you a tarot reading from the Crystal Tarot. So, Crystal Visions. Let's see what comes through for you today about your next boyfriend. Number 4. Eight of Cups. Queen of Wands. Oh, that one didn't want to go back. 4 of Swords, 4 of Pentacles, Wheel of Fortune. Okay. These are kind of together. Interesting, 2 4s. And the Wheel of Fortune. Love that. Okay, so let me take a look at this. Let's start with the Eight of Cups. Well, look at her, see how she's walking away from this lake or this pond or river, and all those cups are turned over, right? And she's heading out. And the Eight of Cups is generally a message about moving on from a situation or relationship. You may be in a connection right now, or have a connection with someone that you're really feeling sort of stuck in, or having a hard time leaving and moving on. Maybe you're torn about what to do next. You could be in a situation where you want to keep giving this person another chance, and it's really kind of indicating that you might also be somebody who maybe moves on from love before you give it a chance to kind of figure it out. It can mean a lot of different things. It can mean that you're feeling stuck and having a hard time leaving someone. It can mean that you are someone that is giving more chances than need be. It can also be that you leave situations too soon before you figure out if it can really work. Okay, but right next door we have the Queen of Wands, and the Queen of Wands is this beautiful queen. She's a fire queen, Leo, Sag, Aries. She's somebody who is a leader, somebody who's warm, somebody who's dramatic and passionate and creative. When she's reversed, this can indicate an energy of either stuck, right? Or lack of vitality, or not being yourself, showing who you are, hiding your light in some way in a relationship, allowing somebody to kind of overpower you. It's like there's some sort of feeling of being suppressed here, not showing the world who you are, or not showing yourself in a relationship. This is about showing the world who you are and taking advantage of that horse energy. So I feel like for some of you, this has been a time of maybe not the best period when it comes to love, maybe even as much as like 4 years, 4 months, something like that, where it's been really hard. With the Four of Pentacles reversed, this is about letting go of some old fears, okay, and some insecurities. With that Four of Swords, there's something about you wanting security and staying in something that isn't good for you, okay? So the Four of Swords is taking a rest. The Four of Swords, you can see that she's been through battle. You might have had a very bad breakup, that Three of Swords energy where someone broke your heart. And so you've decided to lay in the snow and not let anyone feel your energy because you're like, I've been badly hurt. So I'd rather stay alone than connect with someone who's going to hurt me. Or I'd rather stay in a relationship where I'm not getting any affection or any attention than risk going and find something new. Okay, so that's what's coming through. But what's so beautiful is the outcome is the Wheel of Fortune upright. This is your shift changing. This is the shift happening and the change happening, okay? And with the horse, this is about you making that shift happen. You leaving this situation or leaving this mindset, getting up out of the cold and getting back to that warmth that you have, right? You're capable, you're competent, you have everything you need to make your dreams and wishes come true with the Horse Wheel of Fortune combination. Okay, so something very positive is coming, a new shift, a new change, real happiness when it comes to relationship. And it's gonna be a big shift for you. You're going from being cold and isolated in the Four of Swords to good things coming in, okay? So very exciting. Let's see what energy is coming in. I'm going to use we have Peace Offering. I'm going to use the Teacup Love Oracle. All of these came out together. Friends, confusion, temporary situation, thinking of you. Okay, I feel like this all goes with the Peace Offering, and this is the Eight of Cups energy. So if this is for a certain person, it's not for everyone, but I feel like there is someone out there that really needs, this person keeps giving you peace offerings. They're part of your friend group, or your friends are encouraging you. You've got lots of confusion. There's the Three Cups. There could have been an outside person or betrayal of some sort. Temporary. It just goes back and forth, okay? So I want you to address that because I feel like this is really confusing you. This person is holding you back in some way because they keep reaching out and breadcrumbing you. That's what I'm hearing, so that's what I'm going to say. Don't let someone do that. You're the Queen of Wands. You should have everything. Yeah, broken heart. There it is. This isn't Three of Swords, but I saw the Three of Swords here, and that's what I said. I felt like someone had a broken heart, okay? Because I saw this. And I said, that's the broken heart. This is you protecting yourself, right? Covering up in the snow. Whew. We want the warmth. Yeah, writing on the wall. Wow, you're getting so many messages about this shift and change and moving on from this situation. Don't give people another chance that don't deserve it. Don't go back to the same situation over and over again, because it's going to play out the same way. Okay? You have big fortune and good luck coming. Don't waste it pining for someone or giving them another chance, you know? Look at what's coming. A relationship. Now, some of you may have been in a connection with someone who was in another relationship. You could be the other person, okay? Because we have going public. So I'm thinking you may have been in a connection where the person didn't acknowledge you or kept the relationship secret, or you kept it secret. This isn't for everyone, but this is definitely coming through for someone. So what's coming in for you is a very public relationship where the person is proud to be with you, you're proud to be with them, and it's very romantic. Okay, so I see like going away, taking trips together, really beautiful energy. So don't stay in that other stuff. Okay, I'm going to pull one more card. Let's see what the advice is here. Change your perspective. Hangman upright. Yeah, see things from a different perspective. It's time to make a choice and decision. You've stayed in this place of indecision of the Eight of Cups for too long. The Hangman upright is saying time to move on. Time to make that choice. Okay, that's also Pisces energy. There could be a Pisces involved here. All right. Now, I'm going to read to you from the horse, and then I'm going to roll the Aster dice. The horse message. The horse is so beautiful. It's the strongest energy of the earth cards. Let me read to you. It's about momentum. It's about freedom. It's about expansive energy. The horse represents the most masterful form of earth energy. It provides us with momentum, so reliable, so supportive, that you can ride on its back toward any goal, no matter how difficult the terrain. A horse personality is fully awakened, fully alive, cannot be defeated. The horse's freedom becomes available to us when we hone and collect our energy through daily practice. Physical stamina, which is exercise, and mental focus. Okay, so those are your secret weapons. Get in shape, get mentally in shape. When in balance, you can achieve anything and you never give up. When out of balance, you run away and feel weak. Don't run away and feel weak. It's time to make a shift. To bring into balance, strength training. So yeah, do some strength training. Go to the gym, work out. You've got some beautiful love energy coming in, but you just need to make that choice, okay? You've got Aries, taking action, movement and change, fire energy, 10. The 10th house is about the public, and you have going public. I think there's something about your work, going public, you know. 10s are also in the tarot about endings and new beginnings, the end of chapters. Mercury, speak your truth, make your choice, make your decision. The writing is on the wall. Ooh, this one was intense. I can't wait to hear your comments. Please write them all below. Like this video, subscribe before you leave. And if you want a private reading, go ahead and check out the links in the description box. And I'm also doing something special for the month of June. It's called a Love Asteroid Report, where I take your birthday, time, and place and look at all the love asteroids in your chart that really talk about relationships and will help you understand yourself, what you're looking for, what you need, what your soul wants, as well as if you're interested, you can also do a partner's reading and see how they interact. So very exciting, month of June only. Get it now if you want it. I'm sending you lots of love, and I'll talk to you real soon.